I used to give my trust like confetti, abundant, colourful, scattered everywhere without aim. Then I learned that some people collect confetti to burn it, and I spent years building walls so high I couldn't see who was waiting outside them, friend or threat. My name is Uriel. I'm 41 years old. I spent 15 years learning that trust is not a virtue but a skill, that vulnerability without discernment is not courage but self-destruction, and that the opposite of trusting everyone is not trusting no one, it's learning to trust the right ones. The old me was open, generous with my secrets, my loyalty, my belief in people's best intentions. I grew up in a household where trust was currency, freely exchanged, expected to appreciate in value. I brought that openness into adulthood, into business partnerships, friendships, a marriage that should have lasted. I believed that if I showed people my full self, my fears, my dreams, my weaknesses, they would respond with care. That trust invited trust, that vulnerability created connection. Sometimes it did, often enough to reinforce the pattern. But sometimes, critically, catastrophically, it invited something else. Marcus was my business partner for 8 years. We built a design firm together from nothing. I handled creative, he handled clients, and I trusted him absolutely with both because I couldn't imagine doing otherwise. He embezzled $400,000. Slowly, carefully, across years I didn't audit because auditing felt like distrust. He used my openness against me, my reluctance to check his work, my embarrassment about finances, my belief that questioning him would damage our partnership. When I discovered it, he was ready. He documented everything to suggest my complicity. He told our shared friends that I'd become unstable, paranoid, difficult to work with. He'd prepared the narrative so thoroughly that my shock looked like confirmation of his lies. I lost the business. I lost savings I couldn't replace. I lost friends who chose his smoother story over my fractured truth. And I lost something less visible but more fundamental, my trust in my own judgment. If I'd been wrong about Marcus, so completely, so destructively wrong, how could I trust anyone? How could I trust myself? The walls went up fast. I told myself I was being prudent, realistic, finally adult. I stopped sharing, stopped confiding, stopped the casual openness that had defined my relationships. I became efficient, cordial, present without being available. I answered questions about my life with strategic vagueness. I deflected intimacy with humor, with busyness, with a careful construction of a person who revealed nothing that could be weaponized. I was safe. I was also alone. My sister Naomi noticed first. She'd always been more guarded than me, more discerning from the start. She watched my transformation with recognition and concern. "You're becoming me," she said, our third coffee in 6 months, where I'd revealed exactly nothing. And I spent 20 years not to be this way. It's exhausting, it's lonely, it's not safety, it's just slower death. I was destroyed, I said. I'm not doing that again. You were destroyed because you trusted without checking, because you confused openness with wisdom. You don't need to stop trusting, you need to start choosing. I didn't understand. I thought choosing meant continuing as I was, selecting people arbitrarily, hoping for better outcomes. I'd tried that. It had failed catastrophically. Naomi brought me to her martial arts studio, not to fight, but to observe. She'd practiced for 15 years, built community, learned something about assessment I hadn't acquired. Watch the advanced class, see how they spar. I watched, controlled contact, practiced technique, people who could seriously harm each other choosing restraint. Afterward, they bowed, they laughed, they trusted each other with their bodies because they'd trained together, tested each other, proven their character through time and pressure. I don't trust them because they're nice, I trust them because they've shown me who they are when they have power, when they could hurt me and choose not to. Trust isn't given, it's earned, tested, maintained. But how do you start, I asked. How do you let anyone close enough to earn it without risking everything again? Small exposures, controlled contact. You don't spar at full intensity with strangers. You start with drills, with observation, with low-stakes interactions that reveal character. And you watch, not just what people say, but what they do with small power before you give them large power. I started practicing, awkwardly, fearfully, but deliberately. I began with service workers, not friendship, just interaction. I observed who remembered my preferences without being asked, who tried to upsell me unnecessarily, who treated colleagues with respect when they thought no one was watching. Small data points, character revealed in low stakes. I joined a hiking group, physical activity, shared challenge, natural opportunities to observe. Who helped others on difficult sections? Who complained constantly? Who took credit for group navigation they didn't do? I wasn't looking for perfection, I was looking for consistency between presentation and behavior. I made small disclosures, not secrets, not vulnerabilities, just preferences, opinions about books, movies, food. I watched who used them against me later, who filed them away for manipulation, who simply accepted them as information about a person. Most people passed. Some failed early, revealed in small inconsistencies I would have missed before. A few failed later, when more exposure revealed gaps between performance and character. And some, rare, precious, continued to pass, continued to show alignment between word and action, continued to respect the small trusts before I offered larger ones. Elena was one. We met at the hiking group. She was quiet, observant, the kind of person who noticed when someone was struggling without making a show of rescue. Over months, I watched her handle conflict, direct, fair, never cruel even when justified. I watched her handle success, grateful, sharing credit, never assuming entitlement. I tested her, small disclosures about my past, my fears, my changed circumstances. She received them without drama, without exploitation, without the performative sympathy that often masks curiosity for ammunition. 6 months in, I told her about Marcus. Not everything, just that I'd been betrayed, that I was cautious now, that I was learning to trust differently. She nodded. I've been the betrayer, not financially, emotionally. I used people's vulnerabilities to feel powerful when I felt small. It took losing someone who genuinely loved me to see what I was doing. I've been rebuilding my own character since. I don't expect trust. I expect to earn it slowly and to keep earning it. Her honesty, her self-awareness, her accountability was more convincing than any promise of loyalty could have been. The real test came 2 years later, a business opportunity. My design skills, her project management, a third partner recommended by a mutual contact. I vetted him as Naomi taught me. Small exposures, observation, time. He was smooth, capable, said all the right things. But inconsistencies emerged, small commitments broken without acknowledgement, stories that shifted slightly between tellings. The way he spoke about former partners, with just enough blame, just enough victimhood to make me wonder about their side. I told Elena my concerns. She'd seen them too. We confronted him together, not accusing, just questioning. He became defensive, then angry, then threatening. He revealed himself before we were committed, before we were vulnerable, before he could do serious damage. We walked away. The opportunity cost us, but not nearly what blind trust would have cost us. Afterward, Elena and I talked about what we'd learned, not just about him, about us, about the system working, about trust built slowly, tested carefully, maintained through mutual accountability. I used to think trust was a feeling, I said, something you just knew. It's a structure, Elena said, like a building. You design it for the stresses it will face. You inspect it regularly. You don't assume it will stand because you want it to. You verify that it's standing because you maintain it. We became partners, business, and eventually more. Not because I stopped being cautious, I remained deliberate, observant, willing to verify, but because I learned that the right people don't resent your caution. They understand it. They match it with their own transparency, their own patience, their own commitment to building something that lasts. I'm different now, not guarded, not naive, discerning. I trust fewer people, but I trust them more completely. I've learned that the goal isn't maximum connection, but optimal connection. Quality of trust over quantity of disclosure. I teach this now to young professionals, to people recovering from betrayal, to anyone who has confused vulnerability with wisdom. I tell them what I wish I'd known. Trust is not a virtue, it's a skill. It requires assessment, testing, maintenance. The people worth trusting will understand your caution. They won't rush you, guilt you, demand immediate intimacy. They'll demonstrate character in small things before you entrust them with larger ones. And betrayal, when it happens, if it happens, is information, not destiny. It reveals who someone is. It doesn't reveal who you are, or who everyone else is, or what you're capable of building with people who have earned your confidence. The walls I built after Marcus were necessary for a time. They gave me space to heal, to observe, to learn. But walls are meant to be gates, not prisons. The goal is not to trust no one. The goal is to trust wisely, to build structures that hold, to be vulnerable with people who have proven they can bear the weight of your truth. I'm Uriel. I was destroyed by misplaced trust. I rebuilt through careful trust, tested trust, trust that grows through verification rather than hope. I'm open again, not as I was, abundantly and blindly, but deliberately, architecturally, with structures that protect while they connect. The lesson, if you need it, don't give your trust to everyone. Don't withhold it from everyone. Learn to see people clearly, what they do with small power, how they handle minor commitments, whether their words and actions align over time. Trust the ones who don't demand it, who earn it, who understand that your caution is wisdom, not wound. And when you find them, when they prove themselves through time and test, let them in, fully. The connection you build with discernment is stronger than the connection you build with hope alone. I'm here, I'm open, I'm careful, and I'm finally trusting again.